There's a very real possibility that this battle could just go on forever and break my computer. Like, if nothing can ever die and the Necromancers can never be reached, then what's gonna be the tipping point? I have no idea what to expect here. They're gonna run at each other, crap out a bunch of skeletons. Oh, the skeletons aren't like the spooky faction skeletons. Right, they don't have any identifying features. You can't tell which color they are, so they don't even know who's on whose team. Right? They keep getting summoned, and then they're all just swinging at each other like, are you a friend? Are you a friend? It's a giant mosh pit of stupid. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. And before we get started with today's episode, I've got a really exciting message for you guys. Now, this is sponsored by Epic Games. They wanted me to let you guys know that today, December 25th, Christmas Day, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator is launching on the Epic Games Store. And as part of their holiday sale, it's going to be completely free. So if you go to the link in the description of this video for today only, you can download the full release version of Tabs at no cost, which as far as I can tell has never happened before. Now there's a whole lot more to this holiday sale than just Tabs being free. Actually, they're gonna have a different game be completely free every day leading up till the end of the sale, which is January 1st, right? They got their 12 days of free games is what they're calling it. And they give everybody a $10 coupon that they can spend in the store. So I'll talk a little bit more about it at the end of the video. Okay, right now, go to the link in the description, get your free copy of Tabs while you still can, and then we'll play some Tabs. So for today's episode, I found a mod that overhauls the tribal faction, which I thought was really interesting because the tribal faction's always gotten the short end of the sharpened stick, as it were. You know, they're really under-equipped compared to the rest of the factions. They've never really fit in all that well, but now they've got a wider variety of units. They've got more units. So I'm gonna take control of them. We're gonna bring them into the campaign, have them beat every other faction and prove that they're not the worst. Starting things off with a level called Rushdown, where the inbred Vikings are looking to beat me. And I'm calling them inbred not because of some kind of stereotype, but because one of them is a Cyclops and another one has a clear baby foot. Now, it's gonna be really interesting to face off against anything this episode, to be perfectly honest, because I don't have a strategy. I have no idea what any of my units do. We're just gonna wing it. Whatever has a cool name, like Wild Man. We definitely need a whole bunch of wild men in the front. It looks like they have short spears and bear heads. Works for me. Could also get some hunters. I would have assumed that they would be ranged units. I thought they would have primitive bows, but I guess not. We're just gonna have spears. Okay, maybe a couple of gatherers in the front. Cannon fodder, as it were. And then hope that when everything gets jumped on, we have some survivors. I'm feeling really good about this. Holy crap. Way to go, guys. Next up, we have a level called Capsized. And aren't all those units in the water just gonna die instantly? Like, I know the level is called Capsized, and technically they're in boats, but they're in Tab's boats. They're about as reliable as Tab's horses. And I know for a fact that the tribal faction will be dumb enough to jump in after them, so we're gonna build down here. And I'm thinking if half their army is gonna get swallowed by the sea, then maybe we can outspend them, outsize them, go with something like the tribal warrior? Yeah, I like the look of you guys. Maybe back you up with some rock throwers? Oh, okay, so they're not like the stoners. They're not throwing giant boulders, they're just throwing rocks. So I would imagine about the size of grenades? Interesting. These giant spears may have been a mistake. Don't know if we want those in these narrow corridors. They've got shields though, which are really good against the ice archers in the back, and oh yeah, just pelt them, guys, there we go. They're really good. Finally, the tribal faction has a good ranged unit. I always feel like they're just useless. Oh yeah, this is easy. They're the size of a Jarl. That's nothing to shake a giant spear at. I'm wondering how the What were they thinking? And I don't mean them, I mean the developers. They were the ones who put these poor soldiers at sea. I'm so sorry, men. Moving on to Final Destination Catapult. Really? What's wrong with these developers? What were they thinking with these levels? I feel like I could put any unit out here, have it sneeze, and we'll win. Like, this thing is probably gonna blow itself up. Even though I don't think I can reach it with a melee unit. And it doesn't look like I have any more ranged units, so we might have to go back to the old rock thrower, get half a dozen of them, and see who can pick it off first. Oh yeah, that's a little glitchy. Come on, guys, you got this. Just throw those rocks a little higher. It's not like this thing can turn, right? So in all reality, you got all the time in the world. What a stupid level. Next up, we have a level called Heavy Hitters. And there are definitely some heavy hitters here. Snuffy's just heavy in general, when you really think about it. They've got scarecrows, they've got Zeus's, Zeusai. Okay, pluralization doesn't matter when you're a part of the tribal faction. We are not the kind to care about grammar. Maybe we have our own heavy hitters to counter them? Yeah, we could have our own Snuffy. Except ours has a rider, and the rider is making him roll over? Come on, you can do it, get back up. Okay. I think he's good now. Never mind, I take it back. I don't think he's good. He keeps rolling over and trying to crush the rider on his back. Snuffy isn't one for guidance, okay? He's not a fan of it. We also have Necromancers? I have no idea what a Necromancer does. If they can bring units back to life, that would be nuts. Except we would definitely need a bunch of units in front of them. Like if we drop down some Wildmen and they get nuked by Zeus or crushed by the opposing Snuffy, they could get brought back to life. We would just have an eternal army. That would be amazing. Hopefully... Oh, they summon skeletons. Interesting. And they explode. And the skeletons explode. My entire army exploded. It's not really what I was looking for. What? Oh, rider's down. Okay, well, Snuffy, you can now go nuts. It's all on you. You're completely free to do as you like. Maybe barrel roll like you were taught. You could just crush that king. Or not. Did they just throw him off the map? What just happened? Oh, I've still got a few skeletons going. Yeah, we've got one Necromancer hiding in the corner. What just happened to that Snuffy? Oh my god, they did throw him off the map. I honestly don't think that could have gone any worse. Like, literally every unit we put out there detonated except for Snuffy that got thrown off a cliff. So maybe we have heavy hitters that don't cost quite as much. What if we go with the Weapons Man? Oh. Yeah, I like the cut of your jib. You got a couple of battle axes? Nice. We could get some wood collectors. That doesn't sound like much of a warrior, but okay. Clubmaster. That's about all I can afford. Hope for the best. These are the finest warriors of the new tribal faction, and they really need to... Yes! Good! Kind of good. They got rid of Snuffy really quick. They're moving on. That's what I need. I need them to move forward. You guys gotta go for the ranged units, the scarecrows, the Zeus's eyes. We can't get to them. Getting through the king and Snuffy is way too difficult. I don't know if this faction can beat this level. You see, the problem is we don't have any ranged units other than the rock thrower. And I really doubt that throwing rocks at God is gonna make a difference. He's throwing lightning bolts back at us. And we also don't have any fast units. Like, we don't have cavalry or raptors. Hear me out, okay? Clearly, raptors belong in the tribal faction, and clearly they were forgotten, so I'm gonna use raptors as part of the forgotten tribal faction, and that's my reasoning, and I'm sticking to it. If we put down a couple of flanks of raptors, then hopefully they can just go right to the back lines. But we need somebody up front dealing with Snuffy. Technically, they did a pretty good job. Right, the Weapons Man definitely took down Snuffy fairly quickly. What else could we use? I like the Necromancer a lot. I think he's a super cool unit. So if we put down 3 of them, maybe they can summon a big enough army and the Raptors will distract for long enough Go, 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 go. No, you idiots, don't focus on the giant meaty haunches. You gotta, it's not working. Not even kind of working. Oh my God, this is so incredibly difficult. Why? Why does this level exist? It's nothing but bones and dinosaurs left. It's fitting for the tribal faction, but it's still absolutely aggravating. What are we gonna do? I'm gonna have to try the tribal warrior and just hope that their shields can block both lightning bolts and exploding birds. I really doubt that's gonna be the case, but maybe they can survive here. Maybe, come on, guys, there's a whole lot of you alive right now. That's good. As long as you don't get one-shotted by these supernatural dickholes, then we might be okay. They're tangoing with the king. That's good. Come on, just take him down and move on. Take him down and move on. There's so many birds. Oh my God, this is impossible. No, I refuse to believe that the tribal faction could beat this level. I'm just gonna have to try something else. I know. Okay, ballistas are a little bit outside of our technological range, and this is kind of cheating, but it's not the fault of the tribal faction, or my fault. This level wasn't designed with the tribal faction in mind, and the tribal faction wasn't designed with this level in mind, so it may very well be impossible to beat it. All I need to do is delay. The ballistas should be able to one-shot everything. I'd imagine they're gonna three-shot Snuffy because it's hard to miss him. As long as we can take down these guys with the oars, we should be in good shape. I don't want any ballista bolts to be wasted on them. There we go, that's one less Zeus. Okay, 4 units, 3 shots. You guys can't screw this up. 1, 2, 3, good. Zeus is throwing his lightning bolts into the dirt. What? Didn't get the chance to ask him why, but I'll take the victory. Moving on to a level called A Few Zeus. Why does this game hate me? Honestly. I feel like I couldn't make this up if I tried. I don't think I have anything to beat 6 Zeuses. Like, they give me $10,000, that's all fine and dandy, but I don't have anything to close the distance before I get shocked in the tits. I could just use a lot of something. Right? Maybe if we use enough tribal warriors, we can walk up to them. I don't know if the shield actually blocks lightning bolts. Doesn't look like it. They're still getting shocked around. They're surviving though. They're surviving for a little bit. They're getting so close. Oh, they're tantalizingly close before they die a horrible charred death. God damn it. You better freaking believe that the Raptors will be able to beat this, right? I can guarantee that this will be a feeding frenzy. Get in there, my lost tribal brethren. Oh, Zeus, you don't have nearly enough lightning. Who do you think you are, Thor? Ah, I hate it. I hate it so much, you have no idea. I'm gonna try mixing our strategies, because I do feel like if we can get a big unit in there, they can kill them, but we need to delay, and the best way to delay is through sheer quantity, even if quantity is not the strategy against Zeus, okay? I know, but I'm trying my best here. As long as the Raptors can take a few bolts for these guys, they can't even move forward. They get anywhere close to them, and they just get bolted back. I'm done, okay? I'm done. We can't beat it. Tribal faction sucks ass. We're moving on to the sandbox. They have so many more units, and there's such a big upgrade, but they're still so incredibly dog shit. Against gods. Okay, I should give them credit. They did a pretty good job facing off against everything except for the strongest units in this game. But even then, they still got some cool stuff, like the Necromancer. That's something I want to screw around with a little bit more, because it's a really interesting unit. It reminds me of the Summoner. Remember, we had a modded unit that I made an entire episode around where they summoned just random units. These guys only summon skeletons. Curious what would happen if I have a Necromancer war. There's a very real possibility that this battle could just go on forever and break my computer. Like, if nothing can ever die and the Necromancers can never be reached, then what's gonna be the tipping point? I have no idea what to expect here. They're gonna run at each other, crap out a bunch of skeletons. Oh, the skeletons aren't like the spooky faction skeletons. But they don't have any identifying features. You can't tell which color they are, so they don't even know who's on whose team. Right? They keep getting summoned, and then they're all just swinging at each other like, are you a friend? Are you a friend? It's a giant mosh pit of stupid. This is definitely a problem. The skeletons are getting summoned way faster than they're dying, and the Necromancers are not stupid. They back away from the battle. They walk in to summon the skeletons, and then they walk away. So there's just more and more and more individual bones needing to be rendered in. I can't tell if any of them are getting close to dying because I can't tell whose skeletons are close to who. This is such a cool unit. This might be one of the coolest modded units I've seen in a very long time, even if I'm seeing it at 2 frames per second. This is legitimately gonna crash my recording. I have to end this. Well, there's 10 Necromancers, and I'm pretty sure they can summon 4 skeletons each round. I don't imagine they can get off a couple of summonings before you close the distance, so we'll call that 80 skeletons. What if we have 80 skeleton warriors facing off against them? Would they be able to beat their tribal counterparts? Technically, they're armed. They've got a sword and shield and helmet. I don't know if a skeleton can spook a skeleton. Because I don't think the tribal skeletons can spook anything. Or it doesn't seem like they do. They just have a gigantic sword that really messes stuff up. Okay, so you can spook a skeleton. That's not even kind of Christmassy. What am I doing? But they just don't stand a chance. There's so many of them. It's just a tidal wave of skeletons. As soon as you kill a few, there's 4 more popping out of these guys. This is such a wicked unit. Like, this needs to be part of the game. We could back them up with skeleton archers. I don't know if burning a skeleton would make much of a difference. At the very least, they're there for moral support. So we can have 40 skeleton archers, then 2 waves of 40 skeleton warriors versus practically infinite skeletons. If we're lucky, they might be able to burn out some of the Necromancers. Come on, come on, come on. That would make a huge difference. If you can take down the source, then we might be able to win this. I'm cheering for the legitimate undead, okay? Screw these popped out baby undead. No, they're wannabes. Oh, they're so gonna win. As soon as they get off a couple more rounds of summoning, it's just downhill. There's no way we can keep up, even if we are at range and mowing them down. Okay, get the frig out of the way, tree, I'm trying to see. It's so hard to steer in this frame rate. Nope, completely overwhelmed. I really thought we were gonna have that. That's 120 units versus 10, and we still get completely walled. There's so many of them. Did we kill any of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, we didn't kill a single Necromancer. Didn't even come close. All right, if that's how it's gonna be, then we're just gonna have to get the chief skeleton in there. Can't imagine you guys are gonna be going against your boss, right? He can just tentacle you real quick into nothing but a spinning rib cage. Huh. Didn't expect that. I mean, technically it still isn't a fair fight, right? It's 10 versus 1, 2,500 versus 1,600, so maybe we get away with like a couple Reapers? It seems kind of fair-ish. 6 versus 5? Wait, does the Necromancer cost as much as the Reaper? I know, no, he's a little bit cheaper. Okay, I was gonna say, I know he explodes like the Reaper, but now we have a kind of fair fight, and I would imagine a Reaper can get through half a dozen skeletons pretty easily, considering he's got 6 tentacles to insta-kill them with. Now, please move. Oh yeah, they're backing up. They're gonna be running for the hills. They're summoning a lot more. Yeah, just wipe them away. We could do it. Why is it that the Necromancer is an aggravatingly strong unit when I'm not using them? Right, like borderline invincible, summoning just constant armies, just a never-ending wall of skeletons, but then when I use them against Zeus, they bend over and take it. It doesn't make any sense. I swear it's because this game hates me. Okay, I think this is a victory. They're still running for it, and my Reapers are kind of dumb. What are you guys doing? Stop taking your time. Get over here. Just tentacle him. You don't need to use your scythe. Give him the anime girl treatment. What's wrong with you? He's gonna keep backing up. Ooh, there we go. Oh, right, they explode. There is no body. Probably for the best, because if another Necromancer could resurrect a Necromancer, then we would have a whole lot more trouble. What is with my Reapers? They're celebrating. They're kind of stuck in each other. That's like Reaper T-posing. Oh, they explode on each other. That's not good either. Guys, it's a victory, okay? Can we just pack it up for the day? I think we're done here. Really? Can you not hide behind a bush? Oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. No, we can pick out the stupid skeletons, but we can't get back there. I'm assuming control. Screw it. I'm coming. There we go. I'm not having any more of this. You could just screw off and die. No, screw you all. Victory for the blue team. You know what? I think that's gonna be it for this episode of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, guys. And once again, big thanks to Epic Games for sponsoring this video. You know, I thought it was really cool of them to reach out to somebody who covers a lot of tabs to help spread the word about the fact that the game is free. And once again, go to the link in the description, download tabs for free Christmas Day. But if you're watching this video after Christmas, maybe you were busy on Christmas, like I'm sure a lot of people are, and you're catching up on my videos. I appreciate the fact that you haven't forgotten about me, but you haven't entirely missed out, because the holiday sale is running from December 19th to January 1st. So you can still get a $10 Epic coupon to spend in the store on tabs, and that'll cover most of the cost. Or you can spend it on a bunch of other games. You know, they got a lot of stuff that I've either enjoyed myself in my spare time or enjoyed on the channel, stuff that I can highly recommend. And then you never know which of these are gonna be free. You know, there's gonna be a different free game every single day as part of their 12 days of free game. So getting free stuff, getting cheap stuff, it's the best kind of stuff. And I wanted to say thank you guys so much for supporting this series. You know, I get really cool opportunities like this because of you guys, so thanks a lot for that. So Merry Christmas, and use supporter creator code CaptainSauce so that I get a little kickback. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.